And after a while, I started thinking, well, maybe that's kind of a silly thing. You never drop your guitar pick. Well, there you go. It came in handy. So maybe I can tape it back up in case it happens again. Or better yet, put it up here. It's the other trick. All right, where were we now?
Buffalo.
We were in Buffalo. Not Buffalo, New York. No. Yeah. Actually, Kirsten figures into this next song because the concept for the whole album came about last fall when there was a whole bunch of us sitting around. There must have been, I don't know. Well, there was John and Ryan, Kirsten, Kerry Hall, Christine, Jim Godet, a whole bunch of other people sitting around in a room just playing the song. And it sounded so pretty with just all those acoustic instruments that the idea for the album, that is on your tables, was born. And I would have to say this is the song that struck the match. So Kirsten, you sing from your seat. Don't forget. Like you, and I could never fall for someone new. Now they say it comes down to chance, and we're just passing through. But I could only love a girl like you. I could only love a girl like you. And where else would I bring my troubles to? It's nothing that you ever say, it's everything you do. I could only love a girl like you. The earth is big and the world is wide, but all I'll ever need is by your side. I could only love a girl like you, and I can only hope you always knew if all of time was in my hands, this would still be true. I could only love a girl like you. The sky is blue and your eyes are green, and all the colors falling in between. And when the sun goes down in all its glory, I'll be glad the ending had a happy story. I could only love a girl like you. I could only love a girl like you. Introduce Mark Mancini on piano. Appropriately enough, before this next tune, well, first of all, Mark played my viola piano on that CD and just did a phenomenal job. And he was featured very prominently on this cut, and deservedly so. So thank you, Mark. And Mr. Don Gavis on bass guitar. Mr. Bill Inman on those things that he hits with sticks. And the lovely and talented Cecilia Curlin, who seen her for like 40 years. It's, 4 years. And Mr. Landy Sichel. This is my first band. Oh, for Yak Stew. Remember Yak Stew? How many people remember Yak Stew? A couple.
How many people there were in Yak Stew?
Nice. All right, so this is all about the guy who's got himself a new love, and that new love is the blues. Baby, since you left me, well, I found someone new, and she treats me better than you used to do. She never lets me down, and I know that she won't leave me. The blues is my baby now. Every time you hurt me, she runs to my side, picking up the pieces when you make me cry. She never lets me down, and I know that she won't leave me. Blues is my baby now. First thing every morning, she wakes up with me, and later in the evening, she's my cup of tea. Once you were my baby, but those days are past, and now I've got a new love, and it's one that's gonna last. Way too simple there, Bill. Well, all right. Well, we'd like to do the title cut off the new record. Yeah. Yet again, another true story. We seem to be telling a lot of true stories tonight. Isn't that something? As opposed to most nights.
supposed to be 20 Lies.
Right, that's right. That was the last album. All the lies were on the last album. This album is all true stories. Mordecai Three Finger Brown. I'd like to dedicate this to my baseball buddies, Ron and Bernie. And Mordecai Three Finger Brown was the pitcher who led the Chicago Cubs to their last World Series victory in 1908. Gone but not forgotten. Well, come gather in the dugout, leave the bats and balls behind. Well, in life and baseball, a hero is hard to find. And that's why we still remember all across this town and tell the story of Three Finger Brown. Well, he was born in Indiana, where he lost part of his hand. But then he found a curveball that could strike out any man. After St. Louis, he was Chicago bound. The Cubs had a rookie named Three Finger Brown. After St. Louis, he was Chicago bound. The Cubs had a rookie named Three Finger Brown. In 1908, the Giants, they had a fearsome night. They fought us to one final game, the season on the line. They had Christy Matheson to keep the Cubbies down. We gave the baseball to Three Finger Brown. But the gangsters, they had told him his life was at stake. If they won the ball game, it would be his last mistake. With their threats in his pocket, he walked on to the mound. And no man stood taller than Three Finger Brown. With their threats in his pocket, he walked on to the mound. No man stood taller than Three Finger Brown. His curveball dipped and darted right through the strike zone dropped. The Giants never had a chance, the Cubs wound up on top. Yeah, he brought home the pennant, and then he brought home the crown. The pride of Chicago was Three Finger Brown. So if you're in a tough spot and the odds are looking grim, and your team needs a hero, if they're gonna win, reach back for something extra and look into the crowd, 'cause someone's watching a Three Finger Brown. Yeah, he brought home the pennant, and then he brought home the crown. The pride of Chicago was Three Finger Brown. The pride of Chicago was Three Finger Brown. Three Finger Brown. Three Finger Brown. Three